my channel. This is your girl Tashana. For those who are new, welcome also. I truly appreciate you stopping here. And guys, by the title of this video, we're going to be doing some math. And the type of math we'll be doing is addition and subtraction of fractions. Very simple math. Alright, so we should have some fun doing it. And before we go further in this video, I'm just going to throw a little riddle out there as usual for my brain teaser videos. And I'll show the answer at the end. Alright, so stay tuned guys. Alright guys, so let's get started. And guys, I know my chalkboard is a little bit small, but you know, your girl is going to get an upgrade soon. Because I'm going to start taking the math part to my channel very seriously, because I know that it can help a lot of people, and that's one of the aim for this challenge. And not a lot of us are fresh out of school, so we need this as a refresher. Also, the kids are going to come home with the homeworks looking like this, and you want to be able to help them. Or even if they already know, you know, you just want to be able to work with them and give them that confidence that what they're doing is correct. Okay guys, so let's start with this one, the addition first. So looking at this, these two fractions that we're about to add, we can see that the denominators are the same for both fractions. Therefore, we call these fractions like fractions. And when they're like fractions, you can just go right ahead and do the addition of the numerator, which is the top number, and then you keep the same denominator. So this would equal 4, denominator stays the same, and then we add the top number. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Now we can definitely break down this answer by dividing the numerator and denominator by 2, right? And then the final answer is 1 over 2. All right? So over here, we're going to do a subtraction. So we got 2 over 3 minus 1 over 3. Again, the denominator is the same. They're like fractions, so it's very straightforward. We keep the same denominator, and then we just go ahead and subtract. So 2 minus 1, it is, so 2 minus 1 is 1. So the answer is 1 over 3, and that cannot be reduced any further. Alright, so now we're going to move on to something that we have to do a little bit more work. Here we have 1 over 2 plus 5 over 6. So the denominators in both fractions are not the same, therefore we have to do some work, some extra work, right? So the way to go about adding fractions like these, it's either you find the easiest common denominator or the lowest common denominator. Alright, so I'm going to go with the easiest common denominator first. And then I'll show you how to do it with the lowest common denominator, and then you can compare and decide which one you find easier. To find the easiest common denominator, all you have to do is multiply the denominators in the fractions. So here we have 2 in the first fraction and 6 in the second fraction. So 6 2s is 12. So this is now the denominator that we want to use. So considering the first fraction, 1 over 2, to make the denominator 12, we have to multiply by 6 on the bottom. And whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do it to the top. So you multiply by 6 on the top as well. And then you have a new fraction, 6 over 12. Now we're also going to convert the second fraction so that the denominator is 12. So we are going to multiply both top and bottom by 2. So 6 twos is 12, and 5 twos is 10. Now we have two fractions with the same denominator, so we can go right ahead and do the addition. And that is equal to 10 plus 6 is 16 over 12. Since 16 and 12 are both even numbers, and they can both be divided by 4 without leaving any remainder, so let's do that. And we have 4 over 3. All right, so that's the final answer. Now we're gonna try using the LCD, and we're gonna compare answers to see if we get the same answer. So the last answer we got was 4 over 3, so I just put it there for reference. So let's go again with the same two fractions, and we're going to use the LCD method and see what we get. So LCD means lowest common denominator. And what is lowest common denominator? Lowest common denominator is a number that the denominators of the fractions can be divided into without leaving a remainder. All right, so looking at these two fractions, I can tell that the lowest common denominator is 6. All right, some of us, it might not be that obvious. I can show you a way to like figure it out. It's a little bit tedious, but it works. All right, so let's start with 1. 1 wouldn't work because 2 into 1 will give you a decimal. Then let's go with 2. 2 into 2, yes, that will work. But what about 6 into 2? You will be getting a decimal. Now let's try 3. So 2 into 3, again, that's 3 is an odd number. So we're going to have a remainder. So let's not go any further with that. The next one we have is 4. So 2 into 4 is 2. That's perfect. But then 6 into 4, we're going to end up with a decimal. So no. And then we try with 5. Well, 5 is an odd number. So let's not go any further. And then next we have 6. So 2 into 6 is 3. And 6 into 6 is 1. So 6 would be the lowest number that both 2 and 6 can be divided into without leaving a remainder. So let's continue. Start with the first fraction. So we take the denominator 2, we divide it into 6, and that would be 3 times. And then what we'll do, we'll take that 3 and multiply by the numerator, which is the top number. And then we do the same for the second fraction. We do 6 divided into 6 is 1. So we take that 1, multiply by the numerator. And then what we're going to have here is 3 plus 5 over 6, which is equal to 8 over 6. And then we can break this down because we got 2 even numbers here. So we can divide both the top and bottom number by 2, and then we'll have 4 over 3 as the answer. So see, the answer confirms. All right, and that's one of the things that I love about math, is that there's usually more than one ways to work out a problem, and that way you have an opportunity to compare answers to see if you're doing the right thing. So you should get the same answer no matter which one of the ways you use. All right, so that was that. Now we're gonna do a subtraction. All right, which is the same thing, just that we are subtracting. All right, so we got 3 over 5 minus 2 over 7. So first we gotta find either the easiest common denominator or the lowest common denominator. In this case, just by looking at it, the easiest common denominator is also the lowest common denominator. So we're going to multiply 7 by 5, that's 35. So that's our common denominator. So we put that on the bottom here. And then we do 5 into 35, that's 7 times. So we multiply 7 by 3 minus 7 into 35, that's 5 times. So we multiply 5 by 2. So 7 3 is 21, and 5 2s is 10. So we got 21 minus 10, that's 11 over 35. And that's our final answer. Alright, so I'm gonna stop right there for now. A little bit more to this addition and subtraction of fractions, because we can also do it with mixed fractions, but I will do a part 2 to this video, or a continuation, where I'm going to show how you add and subtract mixed fractions. It's pretty much the same thing, it's just that the fraction is a little bit more. Alright guys, so I'm just going to end this one right here, and we'll continue with a part 2. I hope you found this one helpful. And remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. See you in the next video. Bye bye.